Large-scale job sites bleed thousands of hours of labor on a single logistical blind spot: lost materials. A delivery truck drops off a shipment, but when the field crew actually needs those components, they end up wandering the floor for an hour just trying to locate the physical pallet. We can bypass complex inventory software and tech scanning errors entirely with a friction-free alternative: the Photolog and Sharpie method. To build this system today, you need exactly 4 things: a Google account, a laptop for a 5-minute setup, a smartphone, and a black Sharpie. By keeping the technology requirements extremely light, busy forklift drivers don't have to stop and punch data into a heavy application, and your layout crews get exactly what they need: a searchable visual map right to the materials. Let's jump onto the laptop to set up the digital staging ground. Inside Google Drive, create a new folder specifically named Work Invoices. This acts as the master repository for every delivery ticket on site. This interface mockup shows the Google Sheet we are going to create. Notice the strict requirement here: only 2 columns. In column A, type Date Uploaded, and in column B, type Link to Photo. Resist the temptation to add extra columns for vendor names, part numbers, or receiving signatures. Every extra field is a barrier to entry. Maintaining an ultra-clean 2-column layout guarantees the final log will be lightning fast to read for a worker holding a cracked mobile phone in direct sunlight. Next, we use Google Apps Script as the unseen engine to connect your Drive folder directly to that new spreadsheet. This diagram shows your web browser's URL bar when the Work Invoices folder is open. You need to isolate this specific string of alphanumeric characters right at the end of the URL. That is your unique folder ID. Copy that ID. Then, take the provided JavaScript code and paste that ID securely between the quotation marks. To ensure this script executes continuously without human input, we use a time-driven trigger. This flow diagram illustrates the trigger setup. In your app script settings, configure a minutes timer and set the interval to run every 15 minutes. Check the event source dropdown closely. If you leave it set to event instead of changing it to time-driven, the automation will break completely. With that 15-minute automated heartbeat established, Google's cloud servers wake up, process any new uploads, populate the spreadsheet, and go back to sleep. You no longer need to execute manual data entry or keep a laptop open in the trailer. Before we deploy this to the crew, we need to lock down the security permissions. Open the share settings on your Google Sheet. Change general access from restricted to anyone with the link, and set the role strictly to viewer. This UI mockup shows the exact permission state you must repeat for the Work Invoices Google Drive folder. Change it to anyone with the link and confirm the role is locked to viewer. This protocol serves 2 purposes. It prevents field crews from accidentally deleting rows of tracking data while scrolling, and it ensures their mobile devices are immediately authorized to view the underlying photos. If a worker hits a permission denied error, they will abandon the tool. Proactively clearing these hurdles on the back end ensures the field crew adopts the tracker instantly. Let's step out onto the job site to execute Phase A, the receiving process. A delivery arrives and the forklift driver offloads a pallet. The material handler takes a black Sharpie and writes the exact layout drop zone, like North Hall Section 3, at the top of the paper invoice. The driver opens the Google Drive app on their smartphone, navigates into the Work Invoices folder, taps the camera icon, and snaps a clear photo of the ticket. Instruct your drivers to skip their native phone camera app. Because they launch the camera directly inside that shared Drive folder, the photo saves there automatically, bypassing any manual upload steps. Now we transition to Phase B. 15 minutes later, an electrician needs to verify if a component arrived and where it was staged. This mobile UI shows the crew member opening the tracking link on their phone. Using the native Find in Page function, they search for North Hall, and the sheet immediately highlights the correct row. They tap the blue hyperlink in column B. The photo instantly launches, showing the printed material descriptions right alongside the handwritten Sharpie note indicating exactly where the pallet sits. Anchoring a digital tracking portal directly to a physical drop zone note removes ambiguity from material handling. The backend system now operates in the background, waking up every 15 minutes to organize tickets. To deploy this today, convert the Google Sheets sharing link into a QR code and post it physically on the wall of the command center. Project managers can then text that universal link directly to their crew chiefs on the floor, allowing them to bookmark it on their home screens. By eliminating the hours your team previously spent searching the site for dropped materials, you directly accelerate the pace of the entire build and protect the project's bottom line.